Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Keep It Concise. Let's get into the show. Yo, yo, yo. What is up with everybody? It's your boy, ConcisetheBarber. We are here with Keep It Concise. This is my new flow of the podcast. Neil, what's going on with you, bro? Blessings to you. I appreciate you always being one of the first ones on the stream. So I appreciate you always rocking with a brother. Did you attend the conference in Chi-Town? ABS? No, I did not. I wish I was there, honestly. It seems like it was a success and there was a lot of new products out. I know there's more coming, so I will be at CT. So if you guys have not seen me there at ABS, I will be there at CT. So definitely a shout out. Granny Gems, what's going on? Blessings to you. Mark Lamar, what's up? What's up? Yo, you already see it right here. Shout out where you from. Let us know where y'all coming in at. IG, what's going on with y'all? Hope all is well with y'all. If y'all do not know, I am streaming right now on YouTube. Guys, you might want to jump into this one. This one's going to be a great one. So if IG, if I was y'all, if you want to see all the other stuff, then come on. Cut Flow, I'm live on. Matter of fact, Cut Flow, come on to YouTube. And I'm gonna send you a link. See if you want to join there. We can go about it like that. But I will be talking because I honestly think that this is some good topics we could talk about because I have some amazing things that I'm going to talk about tonight. Let me see. Fader, what's going on, bro? X King is kicking. I don't know what that means. Is that a place? Am I bugging? Am I bugging? Brooklyn in the house. Brooklyn, what's up? You know, where? What part of Brooklyn? What part of Brooklyn? VA, what's up, Nick? What part of VA you at? I used to live in 757. But what's going on? What's going on with everybody? Because this week for me has been a very. I've been waiting for some time this week on some real. It's been an amazing week because. This right here, we did it. We hit 10K on YouTube. And I'm telling you right now, I'm being real with y'all. You can't tell me nothing. I told the family, I'm going to go ahead and get me a diamond chain that got 10K on it. I'm going to get me some grill. I might get some rims. Like, I made it. You know what I'm saying? I made it. That's how I feel. I appreciate everybody that has been subscribed to the channel and stuff like that for some time. That's been like real part of the Concise family. But we made it to 10K, and you already know what time that is for me. It's giveaway time. I love to get back once I, reach certain milestones in my career. So definitely gonna give back. But everybody on IG, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. But if y'all want to talk more, hop on over on YouTube and we can discuss more things there. But all right, had to get off of there. But yes, man, yes, your boy did it. Your boy did it. Oh, you in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn? All right, bet. My homeboy, he's from right off of Utica Ave, so that's what's up. 757, big dog. Okay, yeah. Bet. What part of 7? What's it? Oh, Vibe Beach? Got you. Amelia, Virginia. Daz, what's going on, Daz? Congrats on reaching 10K subscribers, bro. Thank you. What's kind of funny? I'll be real with y'all. Some people already thought I had way more subscribers than that. Some people didn't even know. Like, I had some people that's close to me didn't even know. Like, wait, you got a YouTube channel? I'm like, bro, I've been told you I had a YouTube channel. But I mean, it is what it is. When it comes to this YouTube stuff, it's a little bit different. So I don't expect, everybody around my town to follow me on YouTube. But it was just kind of interesting that some people thought I already passed the 10K. I'm like, nah, bro, I just got the 10K. And the reason why they thought that is because how many like connections I already had and stuff like that. But we'll get into that. See, look, see, look, see, look. See, this is why I was so close to not having Dez in the 10K giveaway. Because all he care about is what's in the 10K giveaway. He even look what he said. He said Amelia, Virginia, and then the next thing he say, what's in the giveaway? He ain't say congratulations. He ain't say none of that. He just want to know what's in the giveaway. Anyway, Baldwin, New York. That's what's up. That is what's up. I've never been there. You're a good dude. Big ups. Appreciate that, Neil. That's good, bro. You are heading in the right direction. I appreciate that, Nick. Is it too late to enter? No, listen. So I have not done. Stop it, bro. Start. How about you start? Okay, telling me to stop. I didn't do the giveaway video just yet. Trust me, it's going to be its own separate video. I'm kind of going to take my time with that video because I really want to put in a lot of like. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean when I make that video. So it's not too late because the giveaway didn't start yet, but you will know. Everybody will know. It's going to be its own separate video. You will know. Okay, so that's that. Okay, we got Mississippi. All right, now I'm gonna try to say this, and if I mess this up, it is what it is. Tupelo or Tupelo. Let me know if it was the first one or the second one, Tupelo or Tupelo. But Mississippi. That's what's up, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking with a brother. All right, so look, listen up, man. We got some stuff we're gonna talk about on Keep It Concise, man. I got three topics I would like to talk about. And the first one I think is very, very interesting because clearly a lot of us is Tupelo. Got you. Bet. Appreciate that. But the first topic that I would like to talk about is something I feel like I don't know if we ever like thought about this, but let's just go ahead and really think about this. Is social media clout hurting the craft? Yes or no? What do y'all think? Is social media clout hurting the craft? Or do you feel like it is enhancing, it is allowing us to get better, or do you feel like it's hurting? And if it's hurting, why do you feel that way? Sorry. All right, let me see. He said yes. He said yes. Okay. Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel like social media clout is hurting the craft? It can if you let it. I like that, Nick. I like that. But as a general, as a mass type of thing. Hey, congrats. Appreciate that, Trent. Appreciate that, bro. Is social media clout hurting the industry? I'm curious. As a barber instructor, some young barbers are being misled. Mm, mm. Now, when you say that they're being misled, what do you feel like is like some of the main things that they're being misled by? This barber clout, like what are they being misled by? I love it. You know how many people I have gained just off posting? Okay. But is it hurting the craft, or do you feel like it's elevating? So to you, Bedez, you feel like it's elevating. Well, I think no, because if someone takes advantage of it, it really, really makes it, then it can. But nobody's trying, then no. But it really depends on. Okay. They are missing the basics. You know what, Mark? I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'm gonna have to agree with you. Now, I'll be honest with you. In 20 like where we're at in 2025, there's so much fast pace. There's so much instant knowledge. There's so much. Let me get this in 1, 2 steps. Let me show you how I did this fade in 90 seconds, 60 seconds. Let me show you how to do a C cup. Like, and you know what's dope about that is that with that client, with that hair texture, with that clipper and that trimmer, and with that barber skill level, how they edit it, it's true. They showed you how they can do it within 60 or 90 seconds. But in the real life is when you have a different clipper, different trimmer, different skill set, different hair texture, different pressure, different set blade set, then it's not going to be that result. And then we will get frustrated because we didn't get that same result because we watched something for only 60 seconds and think that the experience of the years that we need is not going to be needed. So, yeah, you can only hurt it if you can only hurt you use it wrong. It can only hurt you if you use it wrong. I think that's what you mean. Um, that's true, but some people, uh, some people, they're just on it. They're just on it, and they want to be taught something fast. As honestly, like, and let's just say it like this: there was a time where I don't even think. Let me ask real quick, babe. Wasn't there a time when Instagram didn't even have like 15 seconds or like 90 seconds? Like, wasn't stuff a little bit longer at that time?
No, they actually went the opposite.
They
So
went
it
the
started off short, like 15 and 30.
okay, 15 to 30,
And
and then
then
they
they
push
adjusted,
longer, right? So if it started out at 15 and 30, but they pushed out for longer, I mean, because clearly, especially in our field, we need more longer content if we're going to show people stuff, But, fitting us into 15 and 30 seconds and still trying to come up with content that people will be attracted to, but also still trying to give some good knowledge and information within that time is hard. But people were doing it, but is it hurting the craft? So let me see what y'all got. I believe it is the false representation of how quick you have to be at being good or wanting instant gratification. Yeah, I will have to agree. I'll have to agree. That's a good one, Mark. I'm mixed. It helps with getting exposure to new techniques. On the downside, everyone's success won't be your own or vice versa. It might be not teaching the OG tech techniques. Techniques. It might not be teaching the OG techniques. I got you. What up, Jones? We need to see more live stream cuts, not these edits. Now that is now see, how can I say this? I agree, Fatal. I agree with you with that. That's why I don't if anybody follows my Instagram, I go live with haircuts majority of the times on my Instagram, more than you see me talking about clippers and trimmers on my Instagram live. I don't go live and be like, yo, I don't want to talk about this, da 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 da. When I go live on Instagram, I'm cutting hair using a certain product that I just got. So y'all can see things. If you have any questions, ask. So I try to do that. Some barber instructors don't have the right training. It's so easy to become an instructor, especially in NYC. Now that's interesting to me because I know New York hours is 12:50, I think, if not 13 or something like that. And I thought it was a little bit more strict. Now I'll tell y'all right now, PA, I think Pennsylvania is probably one of the most strictest barber law board of barbers period in the United States. For some reason, I don't know why. There is 3 licenses in Pennsylvania. There are some Florida only has a license of being a barber, and you can do anything and everything. In PA, that is not the case. You can become a barber, and then you have to wait a year. Then you can become a barber manager. Then you have to wait 5 years, or you have to be under a barber school and be training under them to become a barber teacher. And then a barber teacher is allowed to have an apprentice under them. So once you get to a barber teacher, you're allowed to bring people into the barbering game, and they can get their hours under you instead of going to school. So PA has 3 levels, and that's at 1250 of a requirement starting at uh being a barber. So I mean, I think that's kind of interesting. But yeah, but when it comes to this social media stuff, don't get me wrong. I like it. I love it. I love the creativity. And sometimes I feel like we need to, how can I say this? We need to understand that social media should be able to pull people in to get to those platforms and or other places where people can get the real education. But sometimes what we do with social media is that we try to get all of the education right at social media instead of coming into, like, I think that social media should be more of a tease of a product that you have, that people should be introduced into, like some type of class or mentorship. Or even if you're doing YouTube, I have like a membership where I teach certain haircuts and you know techniques and stuff like that. I think we should gravitate to more of that stuff than to just always looking on social media for, like, looking at a minute clip or 90-second clip, thinking that, oh, this is all that I need to do, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And then what happens is a younger barber will take this information, he gonna get his phone, he gonna set up, and he gonna try to do it, and he gonna mimic it. He gonna get upset it doesn't look right, or he gonna edit out the part where he add the enhancements. It's a clean lineup, clean, but still hasn't learned the proper techniques of how to go about every hair texture. So to me, don't get me wrong, I love social media. I like social media. I don't love social media. I like social media, and I use it because it's a business. They didn't create this for everybody. I mean, they created it to have fun, but businesses are using this for business, and we should be doing the same. But it's not. I feel like it's great, but at the same time, it can definitely hurt the craft. Definitely can hurt the craft. Even when it comes to other services in the hair industry, like, there's certain things that I want to learn, and you can see some shear work now. Don't get me wrong, some of these edits are nice, and they can show you some shear work real quick with some straight hair, and then they tell you how you should wet the hair and all this jazz, and they show you pictures and graphs and stuff like that. But the smart ones, what they really do is they show you enough just so the point they say, hey, click now, comment this, and you can get into the academy. That's exactly, to me, is how most of social media should be. But there's a lot of clout in social media, that there's a lot of fluff, that people are just showing you stuff and keeping you, like, what do they call that? Like, just eye hungry, view hungry, that you continue to follow their content, but you have not really obtained any substance at all by watching their stuff. So I think at times, the social media clout can definitely harm the industry until we all start moving like we have a real true business in this industry. Then I think our social media presence will look a little bit different. That's just me. Especially, there was a time, I think, to me personally, there was a time where people were doing this stuff uh with the vapes. Do y'all remember these type of videos? They was getting haircuts. And I ain't gonna lie, like, maybe I'm just different. Don't be blowing no vape smoke in my face for content, barber or client. Like, what are we like what are we doing? Like, is it just me? Maybe I'm just an OG, but don't be blowing that stuff just to create a dope video for some smoke, for a smoke effect. That's what it was doing. Like, to me, I was like, what does that got to, like, how is that helping the industry? How is that helping the craft? The other thing was I thought it was kind of it was low key dope, but funny at the same time. Somebody else made fun of it. But remember when they had the ring lights around the neck and they were showing the haircuts and stuff like that? I think it was like a well, let's try to see how this rocks. And some people grabbed onto it. But to me, it didn't it was just a creative move. It was just a creative move. I don't but it wasn't helping the craft. It was just it was just a creative move. But that whole vape with the smoke thing, I ain't really care for that because it's like not every barber like shop does that, has that. I don't let nobody be vaping in my shop. Like I don't know why that was like somewhat of a trend. But I mean it is what it is. But there are some things that we do for social media just for clout, just for clicks and views and stuff like that. But it's not enticing to education. It's not enticing to education. Now there is some healthy creativity uh stuff. You know what I mean? And I think it's dope. I like when people get creative. Don't you know what I mean? Especially like I know like the barber to client type of conversations or the stuff that barbers can't stand clients do or the stuff that clients can't stand what barbers do. That type of stuff actually even though it's funny, it kind of teaches you like, yo, is that me or am I being like that? Stuff like that. It's kind of interesting. Um, but that's my take. That's my take when it comes to social media. I think that there is some stuff we just do just to do. Now, sometimes I'll be real with y'all. I like being creative. I used to rock with a certain type of music, and I just like the vibe of the music, and I'll just create clicks. I mean, not clicks, but like edits with it because I thought it was like a dope creative thing, and that's just a dope creative thing. It wasn't much of a clout. It wasn't something I was looking for to get me, clicks, whatever like that. Because I'll be honest with you, I do not use a lot of like rap, hip hop music. You do not you won't find much of that. I don't listen to rap. I don't curse. I don't allow cursing on my page. Like, you know, my belief not to say that it keeps me in a way where I rock with just dope beats at the end of the day. And I rock with that. And if it's not a trendy song, then I'm okay with that because I vibe with the beat. But there's a lot of clout to me that can hurt the craft. What do y'all think? Like what's one thing that y'all feel like is helping on social media? I think I gave y'all one, but what's something that's hurting the craft that's on social media? And I'll tell you one, I didn't even talk about this one yet. That's time consuming. People don't want to invest to show other the techniques. If they thought business wise, they would because it could bring some a healthy income. That is difficult, man. That's not gonna work. Seeing a full cut unedited. Well, it can work. It can work, but I will say this: if you're going to teach, let's say I want to focus on, and somebody can come up with this content. I really don't care. I don't gatekeep. If somebody really want to focus on helping people learn how to do C cups, I don't need to see the whole haircut. What I will need to see is what you did in that area with the haircut on one side. Show me multiple different hair textures. Show me the trimmers that you use. Why'd you use them? And show us your technique. That right there is a healthy avenue that somebody can get into where the clips don't have to be the whole haircut, but it could be that specific area that you're trying to teach us on. I definitely feel like that it could be that. Sometimes you don't need to see the full haircut. You can. I feel like some, especially beginning barbers, I think it's more healthier for beginning barbers to see the whole process And I think it's okay for people to create that content um out there to do such. But if you want to talk about, to me, it's like find your niche. Find the thing that you like, yo, I'm great at lineups. I'm gonna focus on lineups on my content. How many people we know focus on lineups on their content? I can name about 3 people, and it works well for them. You know what I mean? If you're a person, there's a guy that does he shows how to freehand with masters, and that's all he do. And he'll show you like the back taper part of it. Sometimes he'll show you the sides and everything like that, but he found his niche. He focusing on the masters and every hair texture. This is how he rocks it. So I think I think that type of content is not bad at all. It's a repeat echo chamber with tips and tricks. Mississippi. What? Oh yeah, y'all got that. But how many levels? How many levels of barbering do y'all have though? Do y'all have 3 levels like PA? What's good, Jason? Now, no, y'all remember the ring light around the neck era? Hey, yeah, man, that junk's crazy. Keep it professional. Yeah. Trends will fade, basics will remain. That's a fact. That's a t-shirt, Lamar. That's a t-shirt, bro. Dirty ring lights and dirty vape, bro. Yeah, not see, I'm kind of glad you said something about the ring lights being dirty though, because I don't know how many people would really be wiping down the ring lights, knowing that there's some dust and hair all over them joints. Some of y'all gonna probably go to the shop tomorrow and check y'all to see if that's true. But yeah, dirty ring lights is crazy. My uncle owns a shop, so I learned from him versus YouTube. Respect. Hit that like button. I appreciate that, Des. Are transformation cuts beneficial or hurtful? Honestly, it depends on what the focus of the video is and how it's edited to me. But I definitely feel like transformational cuts can be beneficial. If you have like a certain hair texture, let's say if you have locks and you're getting a wave cut, me seeing how you cut them down. Now, me personally, I don't care who it is. If I'm doing a transformation haircut, you got dreads, I'm giving you waves, I gotta wash your hair. I'm gonna take it down to a certain length. I'm gonna tell you the certain length. I'm gonna probably go no lower than a 4. I'm gonna, cut the locks with a strong trimmer, and I'll tell you what motor I'm using or some scissors. I'll wash the hair. I'll show you what I'm doing with the wash, just to let y'all know, not to be overly aggressive and just let the water run through, because they do have locks, and if you be aggressive with the hair and it's already had pulling and tension and all that stuff, you could be pulling out more hair. So you don't want to do that. You want to be nice and gentle with that stuff. But anyway, like you can, like to me, if you're going to do it, then do it and give the right information and stuff like that. How did you lay the hair down? Did you put them under a hair dryer? Did you use a hot towel? How long did you put the hot towel in? Hot towel and a hot towel warmer. If you didn't do it, you did it the ghetto way and put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. Like, let us know the process, and then I think it could be beneficial, or it can just be a dope transformation, and the only person winning is the person that posted it. Yeah, I like lofi beats. Yeah, same, bro. I tried to do before and after cuts. It seems to help. There is a lot of gatekeeping happening on social media. Yeah, that's real. Who you got, Florida or Houston? Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I had Duke, but I'm gonna go with Florida. Well, Houston was balling. It don't matter, but I'm gonna probably say Florida. Barber, master barber instructor. Okay, so basically, yeah, y'all got the same 3 levels then, basically. NCS 2, VAS 3. Got you. I like the transformation cuts. Concise, congrats, bro. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. It's been some work. It's been some work. What's good, Soldier Barber? But yeah, so let's go ahead and get to the next topic. So this was social media clout hurting the craft. To me, it definitely can. And I hope that we all, kind of focus more so on education, really trying to Get those hours in. Get the hours in. Focus on the hours. Get the hours in. Focus on your business. Focus just more on just being a better barber every day. All right, let's get to the next one. Something I want to talk about. I know we talk about clippers and trimmers all the time. What's new? What's hot when it comes to clippers and trimmers? But what about other stuff that's out there that's really kind of dope, really good products that's coming out or that's already out that people are like really sleeping on. So these are some of the stuff that I want to talk about because barbering is more than just clippers and trimmers. Having the right tools all around matters. You know what I mean? So I'm going to talk about some stuff that I feel like gets slept on. What's hot in 2025 is it seems like I don't know about y'all, but most barbering brands are coming out with some good combs. There are some good combs. I remember like this is a YS Park comb right here, right? YS Park comb was like the thing in barbering. Everybody wanted them. Things is like 2025. They had the 338, the 228, what they have like mad numbers and people still love them things. But I've seen some other companies come out with some stuff that it's like, yo, these combs are great too. So I think one of the things that it's like that's still hot is the YS Park combs, but combs are evolving. If you expos that I've been to already, I've seen a lot of great combs. I've seen a lot of great combs. So to me, don't sleep on y'all combs, y'all. Make sure that y'all getting leveled up with the comb game. Like there are some new brands. Like I already know the JRL combs, that set is nice. I think Babyliss has a new set out. I think that's nice. Uh Johnny B comb set to me is nice. There was another company, I forgot their name, but they not to say they're like real identical to YS Park combs, but uh I'll get the name. I forgot it, but don't sleep on combs. Combs is still is something that I feel like a lot of us need to focus on. Oh, Oster has this one comb. It is a great clipper. Matter of fact, let me find it. Let me find it. This comb right here is like the comb for me. And y'all might have seen this before. You had it before. I don't know. But I have this comb. And it is a dope comb. Let me go ahead and share this, John. This comb right here. Love it. If y'all never heard of this comb, I would say get it. I would say get it. This is a great all around comb. I use clip over comb. I do this like when somebody has waves and you need to comb the waves out. I love this comb. It is an amazing comb. YS Park combs I rock with. Yeah. How can you determine good combs? All right, that's a great question. How can you determine good combs? To me, I definitely think about material. How well the teeth bend. Sometimes it's like you got to find that. Uh, I mean, I go off of some brands, but sometimes I can just feel them. And I can tell like, oh, this is a good comb. How the quality, how it feels, the thickness of the combs. Like if I get the comb and I can bend them real good, like sometimes it could be flimsy. How pointy do they feel? Will they like get into the pores? Uh or are they like ballpoint and they're like really nice and they feel good? Like try them on yourself to see. You know what I mean? I mean, of course you're gonna have to fill them out, try, fill them out first and then buy them and then try it. But to me, there's a lot of great combs out there. Now there's a lot of other combs I've seen. I use them. I use a carbon, some type of carbon fiber, something type of comb. That thing was way too stiff. It was way too stiff. It was way too hard. The material felt like between a mixture of like cement and metal and plastic all together. It was just like I didn't like it. But you could determine a good comb by just the quality of how it feels. You know, you can like it's something that you have to touch and hold, to be honest. Like that's how I pick out my combs. But I would definitely just say the quality of everything, how it feels in hand. Does it feel like cheap plastic? Can you bend it crazy? Like, um, if the teeth are too stiff, they can chip. You know what I mean? So, and I haven't not had that problem in a very long time. But I used to when I used to get them cheap behind combs at Sally's. You know what I mean? So yeah. And if y'all have some, if y'all might have some better information than me when it comes to combs, then by all means, them gray taper combs are the best. Yeah, I think I know which ones you're talking about. The gray ones. Now I'm gonna tell y'all some. There are some to stay away from. I'll be honest. Let me just. So I'm just gonna tell y'all my experience with these type of combs, and I will kind of stay away from it. I can't say this brand itself, but just this type of comb, this clipper over comb type of comb right here, I really don't care for. The one I showed you, the one I literally just showed you before this, is way better. Is way better. Let me see. The 332 is my comb. It has wider teeth. Yeah, that's not a bad comb either. I use that one more so for shear and parting. I mean, uh, combing the hair, making it wet, and then like doing my parting with that. Now the ones with the real small teeth, like this wires, comb right here, that's the one I use to lift the hair up. There's an indent on the wall comb. That is a valuable tool. Yeah, yeah. I think if like you can master almost any comb. The wall does have that indent on the wall comb. That is a good tool if you know how to use it. Yeah, I like the Babyliss thin comb. What Babyliss thin comb? The guys you use, you guys use a fresh comb with every. Oh, do you guys? I do. I definitely do. See, I honestly think that every barber should at least have between, I probably have between 10 to 15 combs. And I think that it's a must. If I come into your shop and you got somebody in your in your chair, and you combing out their hair, you making sure everything look good, and they get done with their cut, and I'm next, and you pick up that same exact comb, and then trying to comb my hair, I don't even care if you sprayed it down. That ain't nah, bro. Nah, get another comb. To me, that's why I kind of like. To me, whatever everything I do is like on purpose. All my combs are not the same colors. I got some red combs. I got a blue comb. I got a white comb. I got a black comb. Everything I do. So even if you are sitting there, you see me use a white comb when I'm combing your hair and it's black. That is a visual. You already know, like, okay, he's not using the same comb. To me, it'd be crazy for a barber to use the same exact comb. But yeah, is the Murano comb a good one? I believe so. Yeah, very much so. I do like that comb. You talking about the Rhino comb? Mr. Gibbs from Mississippi is the man's. Oh, okay. Is he has a comb? I seen barbers use the same combs, client after client. Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. They should make a blade that doesn't chip if you drop it. Yeah, I use the Babyliss baby brush. Yeah, there are some brushes that I have, and I like soaking mines. I have at least about I probably have about 10 brushes too, to be honest. Drop my JRL Onyx trim, drop my JRL Onyx trimmers, and something's wrong with it, but it's not chip. Took an L there. That's tough. That's tough. I mean, if I was you, I'll be real. I'll be real, and I'll reach out to JRL. I'll be real with them, let them know what's what, and see if they will do something. Sanitation is key. That's real. The ending is a blade guide. Yeah, it is. But you know what? See, and this is the type of content that needs to be taught. Somebody needs to teach us more on that blade guide. Clipper over comb is more sanitary than guards. Yeah, but always, always. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is this the air gun. So I use, matter of fact, let me get both of them up. This is just one of them that I use. This is the G14 airbrush. Now, there are some that I have used before, but I do like this one because the bottom of it, the battery, you can twist off and you can play, and it comes with two of them, and you can put the other one on, and it doesn't die. And then that one that you took off, you can just charge that USB-C. And while that's charging, you're using that one. Like this airbrush to me is like, it's to me, it's one of the best that I have used. I haven't used all of them out there, but I do like this one. There's another one that I have. Let me just go ahead and get that. But there's other stuff out there that we should focus in on. Not to say think about. Let me just say it like that. Think about when it comes to a purchase. Now, see this. See, they ain't playing. This one right here. This is from my favorite barber. This is the other airbrush gun that I have. Now, see, this one has almost the same thing, but the bottom doesn't twist off. You can just plug a USB-C and it will charge. So the other one I was telling you about has two batteries. This one only has one, but it has USB-C. But this one right here too, it's a really good. It's my favorite barber. They have a good enhancement as well. They have good enhancement, but I'll be real with y'all. I'm looking at this price. You know, let me just go. I'm looking at this price. This price is up there. Now, some people gonna say they'll never spend that. I mean, they sold a good. I think they sold a good amount of these already, and their enhancement is really nice. Let me go. Um, this is the one that I use. I have a few more left. I'm gonna have to re up soon, but I do like their enhancement. But we got to. I ain't gonna say we got it, but don't sleep on the enhancement guns. That is it's a really good one, and I haven't had no problems with it. Like this thing sold out. Okay, so this is the classic. So this one's 275. Okay, but yeah, this thing is dope. I have to be honest with y'all. It is a clean uh, airbrush. I think the other one though is around 200. This one's 275, but it's sold out. Let me see. They have another one. Where's that? Oh, this one. This one's 325. It comes with the whole shebang. And this is the one that I have. I have the box. I have all of this. Comes with all of this. You get three of these. This thing is dope. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's dope. But that was just one of the things that I feel like a great enhancement airbrush. Can't go wrong with. I wouldn't sleep on that. Um, There are some out there you could probably definitely get cheaper, but I'll just say do your research. Do your research on that. Another thing is, this is something that I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Barber chairs are getting crazy. Like they're really getting crazy. Like this chair right here that I'm showing you, I think this one is about 3,000. But me and my homeboy, we went to the CT Barber Expo last year, and this man was trying to get an $8,000 chair, barber chair. $8,000 for this barber chair. Now, uh, don't get me wrong. You could press a button, and your client is the one that benefits from this. Your pockets don't. But your client, see, to me, it's stuff like that. Once you start investing in $8,000 chairs now, like, and your haircuts is $25, that's tough. That's tough. But $8,000 for a chair, this thing recline all the way back with one button. It got all them hydraulics. It like, listen, I love y'all. Okay. I love my clients. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't buying no 8,000. And then not that. You gonna buy the $8,000 chair for the whole shop? Me and that company gonna have to be in business, okay? Before I even thinking about this is like, now I do business for you, you do business for me type of thing. If I'm getting them type of chairs. And that's real. But for the whole shop, let's say you had a 10 chair barber shop and those things cost $8,000. That's $80,000 on some chairs. Just because you can though. But I'll tell you this. This one I'm showing you right here. This one's around 3,000 or 2,000. It has some hydraulics as well and stuff like that. This one lays flat. Stuff is getting interesting with these barber chairs. Like, y'all, I don't know if y'all know about that one that I was talking about, the $8,000 one. This one's on Keller. It's a Keller chair. I'm not sure the exact name of it, but do some research on some chairs, man. They're definitely getting dope. There's some chairs. I don't know if y'all seen it on social media. Like they got massages, the massage chair while they sitting. Now I'll be real with you. That's dope, but I'd rather get a massage chair in the shop. Like I'd rather get a whole massage chair where my client can sit and experience that do the whole feet, the calves, and the back and all of that, and then lean them back instead of them being in my barber chair. Cause I don't want them to be like, yo, hold on, let me get this spot real quick. Like, what am I like, what are we, not to say what are we doing? I understand that we want to get our clients to have the greatest experience, but I'm gonna get a whole massage chair, like a whole one, and put it on the side and let them swipe. How they do it at the mall, I'll let them swipe. Like, look, Mark, right? You can purchase a massage pad if it's that serious. You get what I'm saying? If it's that serious, yeah, just grab one of them joints on Black Friday. Bed Bath, is it Bed Bath and Beyond? Grab one of them things for $99. Boom. Big boss, blessings. How you doing, sir? But does the client care that much? Yeah, I don't know. I think that's more of a personal purchase to me, but it is what it is. I mean, we could say it's for the client, the clients is gonna love it, and then, our price is gonna go up because, yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. I think it's interesting. Could you imagine the maintenance on that chair? No, I cannot. I definitely cannot imagine that. Like, yo, we're gonna have to shut the shop down. There's a technical difficulties on all the chairs right now. Somehow they got moisture in the motor, and nah, bro, nah. Now, if it had manual mode, now I will say that if you got if you got a chair that's motorized and all of that, but you're able to switch everything to manual mode, cool. But if everything's just all electrical, there's no manual mode, then I wouldn't even think about it. I like that portable chair. Yeah. So portable chairs is one of the hot things in 2025. Thank you for that information because I forgot about that one. This one, I do know that this is another hot take on chairs right now. But a barber portable chair, then there's a few companies, there's like 3 or 4 of them that are doing it. So which one are you speaking of? So let me see this one. I think this is one. Yeah, this is this one right here. This one right here. This one right here. The Percy, this chair, this is the portable chair. I mean, the price, you know, is up there a little bit, but all right, come on. They always trying to say you could save $200. That was the case, and then put it at that price. But this is a nice, clean, portable chair. Look, it says assemble or disassemble with ease under 2 minutes. That's not bad. That's not bad. Look at that. That's dope. They show you the back of it and then the front of it. That's fire. I seen somebody do a video on this. I just gotta figure out who did it on IG. But this is the starter. What's this? How much is this? It don't exist. This page don't exist. All right. The essential. I bet this one does though. This one costs more. Yep. Look, see. So you get all of this for $18.59. 3 items in stock in black. Nah, that white is crazy. But I'm never getting a white chair. It's clean, but I'm never getting a white chair. Because it's gonna be somebody that's gonna be disrespectful. But I do like that it comes with all of this though. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm sorry, y'all can't see that. And it does move down, does tilt back. 126 degrees. That's not bad. What's the height? Hold on, I can't see that. 55. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. Now, me personally, I wouldn't need something like this because I don't do a lot of uh I don't have those type of clients, but if you are like a celebrity barber, if you one of those type of barbers, this definitely makes sense. This definitely makes sense. My man said you can get the massage joint at Walgreens. That's a fact though. Anybody recommend the Enforce blade? The Enforce blade, I do like the Enforce blade. Now, what trimmer you going to put it on? Me, I wouldn't personally put it on that the trimmer that it comes on. I would try to like put on a brushless trimmer and see how it works for you. The one in UK is crazy. That's the portable chair I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, this thing ain't it's not bad at all with the portable chair being mentioned. I've been seeing nice barber bags recently. Yeah, barber bags is another one. Now, me, I honestly think that there's nothing wrong with the GMP Pro. There's nothing wrong with that one. I think to me that one seems the most sound one right now. And I could be wrong, but it seems the most sound. But let me tell y'all some of the bags that I do like. How about that? I don't have the bags on here, but since y'all brought it up, let's talk about it. Um, oh, so we ain't even gonna work today. No, what you doing? Okay. What? Oh, let me hit stop sharing. Okay, that's what I had to do. Like, okay, I'm just gonna go straight to this one. Cause to me, it's like, what's the okay, so I don't just by looking at them, this one seems like these are the go-tos. But if I'm wrong, y'all can let me know. To me, it seems like these are the go-tos because they seem to have almost everything that a barber kind of looking for, what they need and stuff like that. Okay, somebody says I'm still looking for excellent barber bag. The build quality is not there yet with the GB Pro. Okay, so let me ask y'all this: what would you compare to this? Now, the functionality of it seems to be great, but you're talking about the quality, like the build quality. I'm thinking Babyliss makes a good barber backpack. Okay, now which one is that? Let me know which one. You got to make sure you don't overpack the GP Pro. I mean, yeah, I understand that. I would hope that you wouldn't overpack any bag, but that discontinued Babyliss black backpack was great. Oh, okay, got you. So I'm gonna talk about a bag. I have a bag. Matter of fact, let me show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all two bags that I have, and this thing has been rocking with me 3 years, 4 years now. This American Crew book bag. I got this joint at CT, right? Not bad for 3 to 4 years. Like I'll be real. How I use my book bag. I'm just starting to get like get out here. I'm just starting to get like a little slip right there. But the inside, no problems. Another bag, because I use this bag every day. And sometimes I don't need that big book bag. I use this joint right here. This small JRL bag. And I think it comes with it's gonna come with the giveaway because it comes with the blow dryer. But let me see on their website if it does come like by itself. But the American Crew one, I'm not gonna lie, it has some longevity. And babe, where your book bag at? Is it right there? My wife, her JRL book bag it's waterproof, I think. And that one's nice too. I'm just gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me see if they have the book bag just by itself first. Oh wow. Where is that one at? All right, so let me just show y'all this one. This is a part of the giveaway. Just to let y'all know, this whole set right here. So whoever wins 10K giveaway, y'all gonna be happy that this thing's a great blow dryer. But this bag, I know this might sound crazy, but the bag though is nice. Y'all gonna like this bag. I use this bag all the time. Blow dryer is great. Don't get me wrong, but the bag alone is nice. Sometimes I like there's some clients that I have, that live in a home and I service them and all I need is this bag. Everything that I need I can fit in this bag. Of course it has this casing, right? This casing, you take that whole casing piece off and you got a nice bag. I wanted to show y'all that. They only have one, but the traveling case is good too. Don't get me wrong. Believe you, Pro are the best ones, and I have one. Got you. Okay. It's not the best move. Weighs too much. Got you. Now let me ask y'all this: are y'all asking to always put some clippers and trimmers in? Like me personally, this American one it has slots. Where if I have like four clippers and trimmers, I'll put that in there. Um, this thing it holds. It has two different slots where I put that small JRL bag. It has all like my electrical stuff in it. I have my computer sleeve. I have some clippers and trimmers in there. It fits. It really does fit everything, to be honest. So, but I don't use like much. Like I don't have guards and capes and combs and scissors. Like I don't have all of that stuff all the time. In my bag. If I do, it's in that small little bag I just showed y'all. That's very true. Is it universal for other clippers? What universal for other clippers? If you're talking about this, I made this thing into like I ain't gonna say I made it, but I took everything out of this. Whatever this casing is that's holding the blow dryer and all that. I took that whole thing off, and it's just an empty shell. So I use it for anything and everything. Sometimes when I do bring my clippers home, I put it in that bag. You know, but yeah, just my take. Now about this JRL, like when we talk about I didn't know I was gonna go so JRL in a sense, but the fast sweep by JRL, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, for all those that have an IVAC, I have an IVAC. I gave that one to my wife. It's so crazy. She maybe she just used to sweeping in my room, but that one gets way fuller faster than this JRL fast sweep. This thing is a lot to me. It's a lot better. Even the sensor is better. Um, it's even stronger. It's more powerful. It's easier to clean. Like this JRL fast sweep. I mean, it's been out before 2025, but it's definitely worth it. If y'all don't have something like this, um, and you're looking for something like this, I definitely would invest into it. I definitely think it's dope. And so are those clips. I talk about these clips sometimes though. When it comes to like hair clips, I like these because let me see. If you're going to do a celebrity cuts, you're going to need time is money. That's a fact. I, I believe you on that. But when it comes to these JRL clips, I have to be real with y'all. Them things is they like that. Now I'm gonna show y'all like a generic clip. I'm gonna see how many people have these type of clips. How many of y'all got these type of clips? And it's okay. Y'all could be honest. How many of y'all have these type of clips in the shop? I know I used to. They look like this. It might not be the same brand, but they got the teeth. They got that little spring, look like a little knuckle. Like who got? How many of y'all have these clips or had these clips? And then I'm gonna show you why. I have look, see, look. I have them. They break easily. Yup, they do. Let me go ahead and let's go ahead and talk about these clips. And these ones are cheaper too. And you get 6 of them. Majority of them is it 6? I think they come in at 6 or 4 or 5. Okay, 4. Come in 6, right? Now I'm gonna show y'all something about these. Now this is why I love them. This piece right here. Look at how they designed this piece. This is a rubber piece right here. There is no sharp edges. None of the hair is going to pull. You just use these things. It got a strong spring on them. And this is going to do a really good job holding the hair. Like, look at this. If y'all have never tried the JRL clips, and I'm just telling y'all from my experience what I've used. If you have not tried these clips, you need to try these clips. Like, my wife, she be trying to take my clips sometimes. She don't even know she be trying to take my clips. She don't do it no more. But there were some times where I had to go over there and find my JRL clips on her station. And when you got a stylist stealing your stuff, you know they good. So these JRL clips, I think what, $8 for a 6-pack. You can't beat that. But these are some good clips. There's some stuff that I know that we don't always talk about because we're always talking about clippers and trimmers. You know, I just think some of the, we should look at other things at times. Granny Gems, ordering them clips right now. Yo, honestly, you will love them. You will love them. I'm just being real. Like, there's nothing wrong with them. Like, I feel like after using those, it's like, why? I'm surprised another company didn't just off the bat just mimic it. I mean, I don't know if they're a creator of that, but not that many brands in the barbering industry has even went that route. But hey, I mean, it is what it is. JRL, they did it the right way. All right, next topic. Next topic. We talked about clout. The next topic is this. Y'all let me know. Hold on. That's why I use Babyless. That's why I use FX ones. When I go home, I hide my batteries from the rest of my staff. Dang. That's tough. Well, now let's get into this topic. Are barbers too comfortable around clients? What do y'all think? Have you noticed that? Have you been that? I have definitely been that probably in the beginning. I say it probably like the first 2 years in my journey. I got comfortable, but God had to get a brother together. But these to me are like the main 4 things that affect how we are around our clients. And I have to say this. I think that a lot of barbers, and we have to think about this too. Like, I think this affects with our business greatly. To me, barbers still today, sometimes are too comfortable around their clients to the point that it affects your business. It affects your price point, your value, or how they see you. It affects all of that. If you're too comfortable around your client, if you somebody that's like, yo, every time y'all, they book with you, yo, I'm gonna be a little bit late coming in, da 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 da, or you always got a request or whatever like that. Your environment is loud, it's wild, the music's crazy, you're tired, you out here cutting hair in a whole sweat outfit. You know what I mean? Your hygiene is crazy. Now, when I talk about hygiene, there is like 3 things. And I experienced it. I used to be a client and then, a barber, whatever like that. There is 3 things to me that I cannot get over I cannot. And I don't think any client should have to deal with. Stink behind breath, nasty fingernails, and smelly fingers, and your armpits is rocking. Those three things. If that barber got a whole three combo, and if he got a whole three combo and then smell like weed at the same time, man, come on. We got to do better. We got to do better. So I do feel like barbers sometimes are too comfortable around clients. And I think what it is that let me just see if y'all might feel the same way. I could have been, we might not all have been raised the same way. When I was raised into a barber shop, I really felt like that was the place where most people work the most relaxed. When I say the most relaxed, I mean they was in their chill clothes. It was, you know, some people might even been drinking. I was a young boy, so you seen some stuff. You know what I mean? Somebody go ahead and take a smoke break. You know what I mean? They standing outside, you know, got somebody in a chair just waiting, 5 minutes so they can have their little smoke break. They come back in, they might wash their hands, hopefully, whatever like that, and they start cutting your hair. They got cigarette breath and all of that. Like, to me, that was like kind of the norm. So we just kept repeating the norm. Now, there was always somebody else in the shop that took like this whole flow of the shop like real serious. And everybody called him the cornball. Oh, he just, he too uptight. You know what I mean? He dressed for work. Not all the shops is like that. But some of them used to dress, dress up, had some dress shoes, had a vest on with a shirt and tie, clean look. You know what I mean? Like he was serious about his business. And people looked at him like, oh nah, he doing the most. Man, this is a business and he doing the most. And then barbers get upset sometimes, like, hey man, I told him it's $30, 35 went up. Like, bro, he might not feel like you worth it. Like, what kind of environment you allowing your clients to come into? Like, to me, it's it's a thing. It's a thing. I think that a lot of barbers today are still so comfortable. Like, and I've been there. I'll be honest, as an accountant, I used to dress up every day. So when I became a barber, I was like, yo, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill. Until I realized that, yo, I gotta take this serious. This is a business. My appearance matters, my attire matters. The music that I allow in my shop, it matters. The environment that they are around, is it peaceful? Is it loud and obnoxious? Is it little kids running around? Is people cussing and going crazy? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of environment are we allowing in our shop? I think if there's somebody, oh, let's talk about it. If you're an owner in the shop, one of your barbers come in, I call it smelling like blueberries. To me, that's like they smell like they smell like some weed. Or cannabis or whatever you want to call it. But if you're the owner and one of your people coming to work smelling like that, yo, they gotta go. They gotta go. I feel like sometimes the owners are conflicted because it's like they want the money, but at the same time, like, you want it in this format, you know. So sometimes I feel like barbers, we can get real comfortable. Now, I'm not saying that there ain't clients that you talk to and that because y'all built up a certain type of like relationship and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that type of comfortability, but I'm talking about the environment, how you move, like like your character and stuff like that. Like, I want my shop to be like, when people walk in, anybody can walk in and feel okay. They can feel safe. They can feel peace, and they can feel like, oh, this place is about their business. As barbers, I want all of us to get to that place. What are y'all thoughts? Do y'all think barbers are too comfortable? Let me see. I went from a 5-star barbershop to looking like the chicken spot. Dang. See, but the energy sometimes in there, it sometimes you can feel unease. If you work there and you feel unease, how you think your client feel? The shop I work at, it's only me and the owner. He's in his 50. He gained me up on the tires. So money went up big time from that. Teflon, that's dope. That's dope. And only if people can really understand that and take heed to that. Because, just listening to the OG is something that's hard for some young barbers to do. So much respect to you. There's levels to the game. There is. I even made a playlist for the shop for all background. So it sets the tone, nothing but clean radio edited music. Yeah, that's how it has to be. You have to be intentional about your business, You have to be intentional. You know what I mean? Times something came on, like, oh, I ain't know. I ain't know that was going to play. I ain't know that was next. I ain't know that music video was coming on. Like, you know what I mean? Times that has happened. I remember, I'll be real. This is a real story. There was a guy and his son. He came into the shop, and they were waiting on me to cut. First time them coming into the shop, and he was like, "How you doing?" I was wondering. I just want to make sure this is a place where I could take me and my son. Good environment, whatever like that. And I said, "Yeah, you should be good, bro. You should be good. We cool over here." Now it's not my shop. I'm cutting the person's hair, and I think I was the only person in there at the time. So I say by the time I got to his son, uh, other people came in and started to work, whatever like that. So whatever the music that I already had rocking was rocking, but then the music shifted and I don't even know what came on. But in the middle of the cut, I already knew like, dang. And yep, that was the last time I seen them two. So I'm letting y'all know now it is a real crucial and essential piece that you make sure that you have your stuff in a way that anybody can come into your shop, no matter what. I'm late to it again. You good? What's up, Woodshed? C grade cutter, but an A grade barber can make 100K easy. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Fade us 100. Yeah, that's a fact. Be the barber you be comfortable sending any man to, from your papa to your pastor. Facts. Facts. It shouldn't be about you being comfortable. It should be about them being comfortable. Exactly. And honestly, you should be comfortable that they going to be comfortable. Like you should feel good about making your clients comfortable. Yeah, I definitely will take a drink. Yeah, I might still have my cup upstairs, to be honest. What's up, Woodshed? Do you have the NV2 Duncan review? Sorry, this topic gets me on my barber pulpit. Now, you good, bro? Talk your talk. Fatal coming soon. Yeah, same here. Best foam beard wash while client is in the chair. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I have used one, but I can't say which one's the best because I haven't used multiple, to be honest. I had a father chase me down because he needed me to cut his son because I have the best energy out of all the barbershops, out of all the barbers in the shop. That's dope. That's dope. See, when you have that type of energy or character and morals, people can see that, y'all. People can see it. And I know, like, I'll be real with y'all. I know majority of the people that come to me is because of the piece of my shop. They love the vibe. They lo- the they love the essence of what me and my wife built. So them getting a clean haircut is just getting a clean haircut. All right, thank you. Them getting a clean haircut is just them getting a clean haircut, but they like the piece that they get, and I know that because they told us. You know what I mean?
There was just a lady there the other day who was saying like she enjoyed it so much and that she didn't go to the other salons because
Right.
they were too snooty.
It's too snooty.
Yeah, she loved the family
The
environment.
family environment. Yeah, yeah. It gotta be the family environment. I don't know why people would not want to be in a nice family environment. I'm waiting on those MV2 Dunker reviews. They coming, bro. Pretty much act like Magic Johnson, not like Isaiah Thomas. G's, I'm old. Yeah, bro. That was an OG move right there. But yeah. What are y'all thoughts for those that didn't respond just yet? Are barbers too comfortable around clients? And if you don't think so, let me know. Some of y'all might feel like, yo, it's their shop. They don't need to come in there. You know what I mean? What do y'all think? It's up to the client. You think barbers can do whatever they want, and it's just up to the client. They rock with it. They rock with it. Yeah, I try not to have an ego, just some confidence. Got you. And they are clients, and there are clients too comfortable around barbers also. That is the case. That is very much so. Granny Gems, I'm gonna say this. If you are a barber that never set the stage of how your shop is operated, then you will get that what you just said. You will get clients becoming too comfortable around you because you never made a stance on how you operate your business. I think it starts with us. We got to stand on what we stand on. I honestly had a situation a few days ago. There is a client of mine I never had a problem with. Never had a problem with. But they came in with a friend and it starts smelling like blueberries. And I'm like, now I'm not the person that like overly like mad aggressive, like, yo, what is going on? Da 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 da. Since I know this client, I know him, like me and him, we cool. As I was cutting the client's hair before him, I hurried up and texted him. And I said, yo, now you ain't never come in my shop like this, but I can't, I cannot hold back, but there's something I'm, smelling blueberries, bro. So he checked the situation, dipped out, came back, and it was just him. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta set the stage. you you gotta set the stage. If you don't set the stage, then you'll get clients being too comfortable. You will get clients being too comfortable. And we cannot be scared to say something. It's your business, it's your shop, it's your chair. You do not have to tolerate what you do not want to have to tolerate. Your take on the Pro X King Clipper. The if you're talking about the Red Pro, to me it's kind of the same as the Instincts. Clients need to start calling barbers out. Hard to hear for some people. I mean, hey, if that is the case, well, I think if a client is going to a barber, like I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit different. I mean, clients can call barbers out, but if I'm a client of yours and you did something that it's like that just doesn't rock with me, I ain't calling you out. I ain't going to you no more. I'm just not going to you no more. I just heard a story today about somebody trying to book with some clients, and I mean trying to book with a barber, and the barber has some crazy response. And I was just like, yo, that's crazy. I never heard such thing. Cause I'm like, I would do the complete opposite what he did. But hey, just don't go there. I'd rather them be comfortable because then you can fire them. I'd rather them be comfortable because then you can fire them. What you mean? Maybe I'm not registering. Just remember, if you permit it, then you promote it. My personality flexes with different people, but my name is on the door, and respect is lost in buckets and gained in drops. Barbers need to put their earbuds down and have respectful interactions with your clients too. Yeah, that's real. See, to me, that's like ethics. That's like code of ethics. As a barber, I think that stuff needs to be taught the right way. And if barbers are doing it now, like I said, I did my 2 years. I was over here, had the 1 year. I was there. You know. Yo, what's good? Yeah, I'm chilling. Yeah, hold on real quick. And then I take my call. I was there. I'll be real. But then I learned that ain't cool. And it's funny because I learned from a client. I remember one time I was talking my behind off too much, and the guy I was cutting, I got too comfortable. He said, "Excuse me, can you just cut my hair?" My man straight called me out, and I'm glad he did. I ain't gonna lie to you, because that gave me a reality check. Like, yo, I ain't here to he have all these great conversations. Nothing wrong with that, but if once it starts affecting your business, you need to like chill out. And I was like, nah, I can't do that no more. So I appreciate that client that checked me. My barber lost my business for getting too comfortable and started slacking. Me and my son were weekly customers all year. I used to hook him up with a big tip for every cut. It's his loss. Understandable. That's true, and that's real. And maybe he recognized it too. Hopefully he learned something from it, but that's understandable. That's why I would buy the $60 drink than the $20 drink. The 60 will eliminate all the silliness that goes on. You pay for the environment and experience. Yeah, that's true. Which do y'all believe will bring more clients? A fire cut with a great experience or a great cut with the fire experience? A fire cut with great experience or a great cut with fire experience? I would say a great cut with a fire experience, but I think like to me, they're not too much of a difference. I could be wrong though. A fire cut with great experience or a great cut with fire experience? Like to me, I guess it all depends on how we look at great and fire, like how we value that. But to me, it's like a great experience is a great experience. A great cut, a fire cut to me is like, what's the difference? Now, if you said a okay cut with great customer service or great cut with okay customer service. Now that would be much of a difference to me because I'm gonna take the great customer service with an okay cut. But yeah, great cut with fire experience. Got you. Experience. Some. I want the fire experience. A fire experience includes safety and professionalism. Yeah, yeah, that's real. But it was kind of like to me, just maybe the wording, it was kind of close. They were basically the same to me. The Maya Angelou quote, I believe, is that people will mostly remember the way you made them feel instead of what you do. Facts. Yep. There it is right there. There it is right there, buddy. There it is right there. Yeah, the wording was close. My bad. No, you good, bro. We understood. Right. We understood. We understood. I got a little bit confused because I was going deep, but I definitely understood what you were saying. But yeah, it can definitely be reversed. This topic can definitely easily be reversed. Not a problem at all, to be honest. And before we go into like another Q&A, if y'all don't have no discount codes, if y'all need discount codes, copy and paste this. Now I'm gonna have to upgrade this because I have some more. I have some more. And also, matter of fact, let me do this. Let me do this here. Let me do this here. I'm gonna create one right now. I'm gonna post this on social media, but y'all the first one to get this. Y'all gonna know about this first. Y'all can go ahead and use the Andis discount code Concise10. I got a new discount code with Andis. Y'all can go ahead and why this ain't slide? I want this to slide. There you go. Boom. There we go. Y'all can go ahead and use that one as well. So Concise 10. Y'all put that in your pockets. Right? Hold on. I think that is it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah. God has been good, bro. For real. God has been good. A good attitude and a good haircut. Got you. Which is worse, a bad haircut or a bad experience? A bad experience. Man. All right. I'm not gonna talk about maybe this could have just been a one-off. It probably was. But I was living in Virginia at this time. I got a haircut in Hampton, Virginia. Was it Hampton or Chesapeake? It was definitely Hampton, Virginia. Okay. Hampton, Virginia. Bro. I don't know if you have ever gotten. You know what? Now I think about it, yo, I think it's their fault. Now I think about it, it's their fault. I ain't never think about it until now because I'm feeling the burn marks that they was doing. I got this barber. My sister requested him. My man act like he was dumb nice. I ain't care about all the. I call it like all that talking. Rah rah. I ain't care about all the rah rah. Like he was like, "Yo, yeah, man, I'm one of the nicest one in town. You can sit on my chair, man. I got you." Da 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 da. My man cutting my hair. My man clipper blades was hot. Back of my neck. The trimmer blades was hot. He kept going over my line. His breath stank, and it was just like, yo, I want to get out of here. I didn't even care what the haircut looked like. I'll be honest with you. He said, "What you think, bro?" I said, "Yeah, we look good, man. I appreciate you." Because all I wanted to do was get out of there. I didn't even think about how bad the haircut was. I didn't even look at it. I just wanted to get out of there. So to me, a bad experience all day. I feel like I done wasted my time. And it was like an hour and like 30 minutes. Like, bro, you took an hour and 30 minutes to cut my hair and you didn't even do nothing. Like, barbers in a barbershop don't have higher security. We are our own security. We set the bar. Yep. Yep. That's real. Look, Fatal said bad experience. Yeah, that's real. I can't. I'm sorry. Bad experience. Now, if somebody's real cool, real respectable, nice, genuine dude, and he gave me a bad haircut and, you know, really apologize, da 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 da, man, I can respect that. I can respect that all day. Well, will I give him a chance? Depending on how bad the haircut was, to be honest. Now, if he really got me chopped in, I'm like, nah, that's probably my last time. But I respect it though. It's cool. But if it ain't that bad, I'll probably come back. Bad experience. Yeah. No, that's real. But you know what? I ain't gonna lie. Y'all, me coming up with these topics, I came up with 3 topics, man, and being done like within an hour or an hour and 30 minutes. That's dope. I'm proud of myself. I used to be on here, we just vibe. And nothing wrong with it, but I wanted to give y'all a little bit more substance when it comes to the keep it concise. What if you got a great experience but a C grade cut? Would you be mad? Um, I don't know if I'll be mad. I wouldn't be mad at them. I'll probably be mad at myself if I knew a little bit more. Like, how long has he been cutting? Stuff like that. Now, if you've been cutting, let's say if you've been cutting like 2 to 4 years, I probably wouldn't be that mad. You tell me you've been cutting 15, 20 years. I don't know. I don't know. Like I had some thoughts. I had some thoughts on that. Grade C is average. That's a good question. Is grade C average in barbering terms? Like you think a grade C is average for barbers today? Like grade A is like okay. You know what I mean? Like you really like that. But grade C, you think it's like average in barbering terms? You can't please everyone. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Not every hair texture you're going to be great at. I think so. Grade A is not always reached. Okay. But grade C, average in the barbering, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I got to think about that one. Grade C is average in barbering terms of haircuts. All right. How about I say this? I think about this is me. I think it should definitely be like C plus B minus after 2023. I seen bad cuss and bad experience roll one. Yeah, me too. B above average. C is average. A fire. B you good. C average. D needs work. F you need to put them clippers down. You need to put them clippers down. Dang. Agreed. Okay. Well, me, man. Well, I'm gonna have to put it in like in the middle. C plus, B minus. I feel like after 2023, I feel like uh just because all the education is out there, I feel like I think we should have leveled up a little bit, y'all. I don't think C should be, to me personally, I don't think C should be the average. The education, the quality, I ain't gonna say the quality, the ease of, well, no, I'll say the quality of products nowadays. Like I think there's a lot of stuff that can help you get to your end goal a lot faster and quicker. But I don't know, that's just me. I think the average should definitely be a C plus, B minus. That's that's just me. Barbers today are less skilled, focus too much on enhancements. So that brings me back to this. That brings me back to this. I feel like what we seeing, right? Do you feel like this is hurting us though? Edgar cut. I feel like it was a good trend that came and gone. To be honest, that's how I feel about it. B is average. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but this social media clout hurting the craft. I mean, it could be if like me personally, if we feel like C is still average, I don't know. There's too many YouTube tutorials to not know the basic fade. Badly Caesar. Yeah, yeah. Is the Gero Onyx better than the Metal Instinct? To me, it is. Yes. Celeste, how you doing? Um, I sent you a DM because I went to the post office. They said that the address wasn't correct or something like that. But uh, check your DMs because I still have what I was trying to send you. So check your DMs. Social media over client retention we are witnessing. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's real. Why do you think that is, though, Fatal? Why do you think that is? Clipper over comb will improve hand-eye coordination and cutting control. Yeah, yeah. If you ask me, the best barbers use enhancements to just that enhance. However, their cuts before the enhancements is already dope. Yep, that's how it should be. That's how it should be. But sometimes, uh, that's not what's always. That's not what's always like shown. Now there are some barbers that do respectfully show you the before the enhancements and then after the enhancements. But some of us, we be showing cuts straight. Some of us show straight just enhancements. I would say 80%. I would easily say 80% of my clients don't get enhancements. It's only a few that get enhancements. It will in the long term. Okay. I'm next to never on IG, but I'll check it out tomorrow. Okay, cool. Because influencers to them is being so more glamorous than client retention. Yeah, why? What? Like, so that's a double edge, right? It's a double edge because I definitely feel like um influencers, if they're going to influence, if they're going to talk about where they're at, they're going to show some type of content creation, whatever like that. Um, each one teach one. Like, show the creativity, cool, but show how, help elevate, educate. Not just, how can I say this? Not just try to be there for clicks and views. Like, it's way bigger than that because people's going to be right behind you. It's just like being a big brother to a little brother. You know your little brother's going to watch everything that you do and mimic it. When you have younger barbers out there, they're going to mimic what you're doing. Like, oh, that's how he got to the bag. I'm going to do the exact same thing that he did. But your journey is just beginning and he's been in the journey. But he didn't, a lot of people are not like showing, telling, teaching. There are some out there that definitely are doing that. But there are some barbers that want stuff quick, fast. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest with you. It's funny because my daughter, she was talking about like starting work and everything like that. And she was like, oh, they only paying $12. I can't get no $12. I know. Was it $12? No, it was like $7, right? $8, $10. It was like, it's only $10. The other job, I think they're going to start me at 15. Like, she talking that talk. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, I started at $7.25. I remember that. And we were just happy to have the job. First job was Burger King. In 2 weeks, I had to leave the job. I broke my thumb. But basically what I'm saying is young barbers, they don't want to put the work in. They just want the results. And they want your results. These new school barbers rely on enhancements. Yeah, some of them do. Some of them do. And sadly, there's some OGs that's relying on enhancements too now. Because they've been some grade C barbers for a long time, and now they got the enhancements. And then, they didn't do the Beijing, but they don't mind doing the spray. You know what I mean? And let me see. Because influence to them is being so more glamorous than client retention and becoming a grade A plus barber. It isn't. Yeah. Yeah, that's real. Yes. What do you mean yes? Like, why do you say yes? Like, what's your take on this? Order some mannequins and practice. You know what? I don't even know. I don't even think. Now I practice on mannequins. We still have some mannequins in here, but I don't know if any of these young barbers really like cut hair and practice on mannequins. Like those in barber schools, yeah, yeah. But even like after barber school, the real teachers, the real teachers, the OG grade A barber aren't on social media for the most part. So we are missing those lessons from them. Hmm. That's an interesting take. Most influencers are grade A barbers. Aren't. Okay. Most influencers aren't grade A barbers and OGs. Fatal, I think it's because of the right now society we live in and that social media thrives off of. Do you feel like the OGs earned the enhancements? What do you mean? What do you mean earned? I order a lot of mannequins when I was starting out outside of school. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Like I feel like that's something that we always need to continue to do because we have to elevate y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I was talking to one of my clients, and it's like we are. Some of us are getting upset now. For one, we getting upset over clipper prices. Now that's our industry. I get it. So the prices in our industry, we're going to be concerned about. Makes very makes sense. But one of the things, not to say to be concerned about, but to be smart about, is like, well, if this is the case and everything's going up, even outside of our industry, how are we elevating? How are we leveling up? How are we making sure that we are learning the right tools of the economy that we're in and the trends that are going? Like, how are we making sure that we are going with with the industry? Or are we going to stay stuck and still complain about how stuff ain't the same price in 1985? Like, when are we going to realize that we have to level up? Everything's going up. You need to level up. If you don't level up, then you're going to stay stuck. And that's just the honest truth. Yeah. Likes and followers do not equal customers. No, it don't. Sure enough, don't. And that's a fact. Like people gonna see your post. Yo, bro, I seen your post, man. I had to come here, man. It don't always work like that. Y'all making these posts for other barbers and other people in other places, and you got a whole local town where nobody don't know who you are. That's tough. It's real though. That's real. I only use enhancements when asked to. Social media has become more of a facade. Okay. I've seen some of the biggest influencers schedule and they ain't book. So are they barbers or converted influencer? Wow. That's real though. That's real, Fatal. Bullshit, 100%. I mean, Target. Huh? You still in? Okay, cool. And you know what? I'm gonna put myself in this one, Fatal. I'm gonna be 100. I have been I say for like the past, what are we in? April? 3 months. I've been contemplating on my schedule on what days, because to be honest, like to do YouTube and stuff like that is not, I work Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then in between that, I just do content. I have to be real. I need a whole content day, a whole content day, and then some. Knowing the trajectory where I'm going and where I'm headed, I know I might need multiple days. And I knew this was going to come to a time where I had to realize, like, yo, you know what? I need to move a little bit different in the shop and win. So, thank God that I have a healthy clientele, especially on, of course, most I would say most of us are busy Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You get what I'm saying? Like that's like the common flow of most barbers. I'm never, how can I say this? I'm never not doing something. I'm never not busy. And I'm seeing how, let me just say this. If you want to be doing what I'm doing, I would say you got to have a goal, right? So my goal is that YouTube takes over a lot of stuff. I'm still going to be cutting hair. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But on a financial level. I want YouTube to take over everything. So how do I do that? You know what I mean? So I'm putting myself in this place where if you don't have a plan now, if you just don't have clientele, not to have clientele, and you trying to do all this social media stuff, just da 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 da, but stuff ain't really working, and you just looking for followers and likes. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not a person, even though I made my 10K, and to me it took some time. I ain't gonna lie to you, but even though I made my 10K, I really care about the impact that I'm leaving. I really care about the business side of it. And, you know, like my 10K probably to somebody's 50K to 100K, they probably laughed at, you know, but I don't really care because I have a plan in mind. Yeah, and it's organic, but I have a plan in mind that, well, let me tell you this. There's another platform that I watch, and they for a person that does content creation and like YouTube, they ask a real good question. What are you going to become when if your page gets too big, or you become a part-time uh content creator, or you going to become a full-time? And then they broke it down to like the earnings of that and how that looks and how you can really focus on that. So anyway, I said all of that to let you know that it's like if you are doing something that you love, you're always going to do what you love. I might, I would love to get to the place where you don't even have to book an appointment with me. I could just have something set up that says free haircuts. Sign up, boom. Because I'm doing it for the content and for the industry, and I'm doing clipper reviews and stuff like that. And I'm doing it that route instead of like worrying about, my book. But that's just me. It all depends on what your end goal is. Everybody end goal is not the same. But don't get me wrong, like if you trying to be that barber, and you love it to the point that this is the only thing that you want to do, and you're not doing nothing else, I definitely feel like you should be working on marketing. If I think every barber should work on marketing, period. But you should be working on your marketing. You should be investing on your marketing skills 1,000-fold. But I just wanted to tell y'all my take on that. But you're right though. But some of them, there's some people too that I know they travel so much. They travel so much. Um, like they have their books completely closed, and then whenever they get home, that's when they open it. Clipper, trimmer, and shaver prices are insane, but I've been using them so much that it doesn't bother me after the first day to a week. Respect. Same reason why I think barber battles are pointless. You're only going to impress barber, not clients. So why waste my time? Well, I definitely feel like everybody's okay. So I think there's different ways to go about that. I think a barber doing it, he could be doing it because he wants to push himself, to see how well he can do this, whatever, like that. Like it could be a once in a lifetime type of thing. It could be a dope experience for the person that's sitting in the chair and they want to be a part of something like that. It might be able to help you with different networking with brands. So to me, when it comes to stuff like that, depending on who you are in that situation, it could, to me, it's different. The person that's hosting it, their city probably never had nothing like that before, and they wanted to do something for all the local barbers that never got together, and now they did, and now they're learning how to network, and it's building them together. Like to me, there's more of a bigger purpose for that type of stuff. So I can't just say that it's pointless because you know some people put in some work to even like be the person saying, "Hey, look, we want to come to you to start this barber battle." Now you could say, "I don't want to do a barber battle, but I would do some barber education." Okay, cool. Some people might think that still can be a pointless thing because they're saying, "Oh, the best education is being in the shop, working the hours, whatever, like that." Somebody can stand on stage and show me how to cut hair. It ain't gonna teach me nothing. Like people are gonna have that that view too. But what I'm saying is that depending on who you are and where you're at in your barbering career, you might not need to go to that barber battle. But young barbers, that might be a boost. That might be, a connection somewhere. So I'm not going to knock it, to be honest. It's important to continue to invest in yourself, not just clippers, but education as well. No point having the best tool if you ain't mastering them. Yeah, that's real. That's definitely real. Because the general public doesn't care. The most useful thing for Instagram to the barber life is having an accessible portfolio to show clients. Respect with your peers is cool, but who cares? Yeah. But who cares if your book is empty, right? This is one of the reasons why Run Barber stopped, because there are a thin line between a barber or an influencer. Last week we talked about this, about educator versus influencer. And then I talked about the hybrid of the two. And Run Barber stopped, and they were big on YouTube, and they went back to just being barbers. Yeah, that could be the case. That could be the case. Sometimes your season can be up in a thing, and they're like, you know what, it was a great run. All that was well, but I just want to cut some hair. And they did what they had to do. Boycott the clipper companies and the prices will come down. Yeah. The less sales they have, they're going to respond. And that's that in general. I'll just say this: invest in what you like. Invest in what you really like. You're not forced to buy anything. Invest in what you like. That's all. But these kids, barbers, love the candy style craft drops, so they won't stop buying. I mean, if that's what they like, we can't be mad. That's what they like. We can all we can do is just give them the information on what's what and see how they respond with it. Also, Shanka Hair is really still a barber. Also, Shanka Hair is really still a barber or influencer businessman now. Nothing wrong with these things, but we have to understand what's going on. Well, what you mean? What you mean by this one? Is really still a barber or an influencer businessman now? Like, what you mean? Like, if he's we are all businessmen, for one. Being a barber is being a businessman. You can't separate the two. I don't know if he's an influencer. I would call him more of a hybrid. Like, he's an influencer / educator, because he's educating for Babeless. So I don't know if he's like an influencer, like just that bubble. I think he's more so a hybrid. I think he was an influencer that transitioned into an educator. It could be reversed. Sometimes you have an educator that transitions into an influencer. I know a few of those people as well that's in the industry. But my thing is that everybody has to understand who they are. Everybody has to find out who their identity is, and respect those that know who they are. Like, I would never say nothing wrong about Sean Cut's hair. I think what he did was respectable, and honorable, because he was just straight up with it. Hey, look, I'm letting y'all know I'm not doing this no more. I'm with team such and such. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I appreciate everybody that, that follow my page, da. Now, of course, other grown folks got upset that this man made a decision. But I congratulated him, because we all have to be real. There's seasons in our lives. There was a time where y'all was not single and y'all hung the jersey up and y'all got married. There's going to be a time where you're done with your job for 25 years and say, you know what? I'm going to transition into this. It's a part of life. And for some reason, we think people are always going to do the same thing, say the same thing, act the same thing. Like, that is not the case. And that's not real life on some real. There are some people that's going to be barbers till the day they die, yes. But there are some people that's going to be barbers and they're going to be something else. or they're gonna be still in the industry, but they're gonna do something else. Then they're gonna do something else, and then they're like, you know what? I'm done with all of this. I'm gonna do this over here. Like we see that with pro football, basketball, just pro players. Period. Sometimes they pivot and change and do something different, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a part of life for real. Concise, you still rocking with the Phenoms? Are they still on your station?
Yeah.
Yeah. You said yeah? Yeah. I'm mad that she know. But yeah, very much so. I was like, I didn't bring them, did I? I might go live tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. It might be later, earlier in the day. But yeah, I definitely still rocking with mine. Whatever your genius is that God gave you, whatever it's barber, educator, influencer, culmination of these, cultivate your genius and watch God work the rest. If I could pin this, can I pin this? Can I pin this? We're just gonna start. We're just gonna start. Okay, I can't pin this. But anyway, exactly. Like, y'all, people gonna grow, y'all. Pe- People that you live next to gonna move. Oh, y'all leaving? Where y'all going? Oh, I ain't know. Which one? We gonna all get upset. Like, nah, like people change, they're gonna grow, they're gonna do something different. Same thing in the barbering industry. What? Huh? Oh, I got a low print. I think it's fake. Oh, dang, Juan. Dang, bro. Where'd you get it from? Like, where'd you get it from? Yeah, that's crazy. I never heard that. The phenoms are fire, and they not even at full potential yet. Yeah, they not. They're not. They're not at full potential. Like I have some extra pieces I was showing. I think I was live last night. I was using the detachable blade, and I had three. I got three of them, Johnson. I switched out the blades. Now I want to get another blade so I can have a three set piece. I can keep. Now here's the dope thing about this. I don't know if y'all thought about this, but for sanitation purpose, the phenoms you can use all day nonstop, right? Because if you got the blade, and I got two backups. I'll brush this thing down, sanitize it, pop this one off, pop the other one on. I'm still using the same clipper. Majority of the times, what I do is if I have a haircut, somebody's right after him, I'll put that whole clipper down. I get another clipper and then continue that. But now I got the phenoms, I can just switch out the blade instead of switching out the clipper. Like to me, it's stuff like that that I like. You know what? That's dope. I like that. It and this can go very far with using that mechanism. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what they do. Nah, this company in Florida. After I purchased it, I seen the reviews on them, and they were not good. Oh man, you always gotta check the reviews first. Always are you able to bring them back? Are you able to bring? I'll take them dance back. I really hope the Phenom Clipper sees its true form. Yeah, me too. I want to do hair forever, even if I do get into other things. Yeah, so I honestly, I think I'm going to be the same way. I think I'm always going to be cutting hair. To me, it's a part of who I am. Like I will cut hair just to be and just to cut hair. Like it don't matter what I'm doing. I love cutting hair. It don't matter what time of the day it is either. I don't mind cutting hair. I love cutting hair for real, for real. I do love it. Um, but I do know that sometimes you have peaks. You have peaks. So we might peak at a thing, we might pivot and do something else. But I think I'm always gonna have a clipper in my hand. I thought about coaching one day, like being a basketball coach. Even if I was, knowing who I am, I probably still have my barbershops. I'll probably tell my whole team, yo, we're gonna go over some we're gonna go over some plays. We're gonna look at this team that we got tomorrow, but we're gonna do it at the barbershop. And I'll probably lace all the whole basketball team up. I would do something like that for real, for real. If they put a digital display on the Phenom Fire. Yeah, it'll be a nice touch to it. It definitely will be a nice touch. You guys see the upcoming trimmers that come with a detachable blade. Yo, Fatal, send me the DM. I think I know which one you're talking about, but I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong. Fatal, and this is not some third party company. They know what they're doing. It's not chess. It's chess, not checkers. Respect. Man, I'm just gonna rock with them. Not trying to pay a restock fee. I'll send you a video on IG or some concise. Yeah, do that. Yeah, do that. I'm curious. I'm curious because knowing me, I might, you know, I might have some questions for them. I had hopes for the revite and they never happened. So I don't hold my breath much on Andis. I always give a company a chance to revive a thing because I didn't like the revites at all, and I still stand by that. I do not. It's just to me, it just wasn't it. But the Phenoms though, they did it right. OMG, a friend of mine asked me to coach this girls basketball team he works with. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You could be teaching them drills and doing hair at the same time. The career of barberology will open many avenues. Yeah, definitely can. Definitely can. If you take it serious, if you're passionate about it. See, I love making people feel good at the end of the day. I love making like being an impact on their lives. Like I'm not just the barber. Like it's way bigger than just cutting their hair. I'm not just a barber. So um I take it very serious. What's your guys' favorite guards to use nowadays? Mine are still the same three: the JRLs, the Tune 45s, and the Purple Double Mags. Still the same three. I don't know if yeah, it's still the same three. I don't know if anything's coming out, but yeah. And it's always bring out the beta version first, just like the first gen wireless TR liner. Yeah, the first gen TR liner should have been what the M-Force was. The Caliber 380 is awesome, but never got any love. Really? Let me see. I don't know which ones. I think I know. Okay. You talking about the detachable clipper? That thing $90. I never tried it. Them rewrites, them rebites should have been called. Hold on, let me. Them rebites should have been called the Burlington Johns. Seemed like they were specifically to be purchased at Burlington. You ain't right, bro. You ain't right. Detachable, adjustable blade clipper. Yeah, I seen. I looked at it. That joint $80. Concise. Would you say the T45s are very similar to the double purple mags? Same fade method work with both? Nah, nah. I can't say that because the teeth are different. And what I mean by that is that the purple ones, the teeth are more closer together. I think the T45 is a little bit more wider, so you can feed them more hair. But the purple mags, they detail well. But I will say the T45s, I say the one and the zero guard is very comparable to the double purple mags one and zero guard. I would say those two guards are comparable on how they operate. It's basically free now. Yeah. Yeah. I got another clipper. It's a Brio clipper. I mean, it's a what are them things called? A beardscape clipper. I'm not gonna lie. I did a mean fade with that thing. And I mean a mean fade. So yeah, I might see some clips of that soon. If I definitely feel like it's something that's like, oh, y'all need a hey, I just forgot what I said. That's that old man to me. But
That's at almost 12:30.
all right, my bad. Yeah, I forgot. But we'll see. We'll see if the Brio, the clipper. I'm gonna show y'all how that joint really hit. Y'all talking crazy about Andis. I had them on your station. Hey, a lot of people was talking crazy about Andis, and that's real. Andis blades top tier. The rest of their machines need to catch up. When it comes to machines, the detachables they do good. They got a good trimmer out now. They do got some great blades. Clippers though, I mean, I'm a master. I like the masters. Envies, yeah. So has Andis passed the wall lately? Um, yeah. I don't know. What do you mean? I'm thinking. I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. As of right now, yeah, they definitely have. Um, I'm thinking about just their catalog and what Andis has and what's been running for Andis for a long time. Wall's good, but Wall has about like let's say like this. Wall has like three items that are great. I would say Andis has about seven compared to their three. I love Andis, but they have a few flops. I think they really focus on. I ain't gonna say they focus on, but their stuff has just been rocking for some time. Like they just kept the OG vibe, like the masters. They just like, yo, let's just keep making out how we can just redo it in a sense. Until people got tired of saying, I'm tired of saying same thing. And now we got something new. Now people don't like the new. But and it's been surpassed Wall. Some will say that Wall just dropped the cordless super taper. Yeah, we're gonna see what's what. The gold magic clip is hard carrying Wall right now. Yeah, I can't imagine the Masters not being my favorite. Hmm. I need to see the specs on those. Maybe just actually better. Just not another senior magic body clipper. See, but that's what I'm saying, Fatal. All right, so look, we you said that right. Somebody's going to get upset that it's not how the OG is. I guarantee you. Watch. You're going to see it somewhere on social media. Yo, they messed up the super taper. I thought they would have elevated it, but da da da. Da. They should have kept it like the original body. They should have kept the original this. They should have kept the original blade. They should have kept this. Da 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 da. Da. Like that's what people going to do. That's what they do. But I'll take one more question. I'm gonna get up off of here. We've been rocking. We've been rocking for a long time today. Did you send it to my IG? Any other questions? All right, cool. So I appreciate y'all, yo. Y'all will be seeing a 10K giveaway video coming soon near you. Okay. So I'm gonna do a little different video on this giveaway. And I really hope that y'all I hope y'all have a good time with entering in this giveaway. We're gonna do something different, but thank y'all for this being the Concise family. Thank y'all for being the subscribers and always, asking some good, healthy questions. And I appreciate all y'all, feedback, how we can help elevate one another. Thank y'all for being active in the chat, helping one another. Like to me, I love the Concise family of that part. So y'all will see a video from me very soon about this giveaway. And I pray that all y'all enter in and whoever wins, I hope that you one of those that's been rocking with me for some time. And I hope that it bless you and that we continue to elevate. Okay. So thank y'all for watching. Uh keep it concise. And I'll see y'all in the next episode, Lord willing. And y'all have a great week. Make sure that you are uh being the best barber you can be each and every day. Reach out to your clients, let them know that you appreciate them and continue to be about your business. All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed.